Hello, I'm Fred Davies with The Wholesome Life. We help you regain your full wellness. Today's discussion is about philosophy differences between Vitalists and the allopathic or the MD world. The real difference between Vitalists and allopathics or herbalists and MDs is that herbalists use simple plants to nourish the body. These plants are used in their whole state. We do not use isolated parts or chemical compounds that mimic what God made. We believe that this body, which was created after divine design, is blessed with the ability to restore to wellness. So this requires just removing toxins and obstacles and helping the body restore by using the right materials. We don't require external help like surgery to rebuild the body. Let me give you one example of many that we have experienced or helped clients with. Would you think a calcification deposit like a bone spur or a kidney stone requires surgery to remove? If you said yes, listen carefully to this. God has designed plants that dissolve inorganic calcification deposits. These plants are called lithotriptic. One example is when Winona found that she had kidney stones, and many of them very painful. Well, we didn't run to have surgery or to have them blasted apart. Instead, we looked at the group of plants that is called lithotriptic plants and determined which ones would help to break up these stones and heal the tissue as they are designed to do. Here is a partial list: barberry, butcher's broom, cascara sagrada, chaparral, cleavers, corn silk, devil's claw, gravel root, horsetail, hydrangea root, juniper berries, marshmallow root, Oregon grape root, parsley, queen of the meadow, tormentil, uva ursa, and white oak bark. Many of these plants are also included in Dr. Christopher's kidney formula. We used muscle testing to determine which plants would be best to clear the stones from Winona's kidneys. And then she formulated a combination of these plants that was perfect for her body. And with patience and consistency, the stones were cleared out in just a few days with minimal pain. As herbalists, we believe you will restore to full wellness by working with your body and by using natural products in their whole and wholesome state. And part of the working with your body is understanding your body and communicating with your body by listening to your body. You can use self-muscle testing to listen to what your body needs. And by listening, the process of being well and whole is very rapid. While we're on the subject of listening, have you ever had a conversation with a loved one that would have gone much better if you had listened first? I have. I mean the type of listening where you turn off your own opinion and really try to understand from their point of view. I often only understand part of another person's point of view because I don't see things from their perspective. But by really listening, I mean the kind of listening where you actually listen by putting away all your own ideas and then repeat the ideas that they've said to you. That gives them an opportunity to finish filling in the pieces that you don't understand. It takes a lot of humility and really striving to turn off your own brain and loving them enough to just try and understand their point of view. I remember one time when we were talking and I had an opinion and wasn't listening very good. And the emotions got higher and I was about ready to give up. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been listening very well. Would you please forgive me? Would you please say it again and give me one more chance to try and understand?" And then I worked real hard at trying to reflect what was said, was corrected a little bit, tried again, was corrected again. But we eventually came to understanding, and it was so amazing. On the other hand, I've been in situations where it just got worse and worse and worse with a coworker or somebody else, both people thinking they're right or neither willing to stop and really listen. And communication really breaks down. And it takes a lot longer to understand if you're not trying to really listen than it would if you just really listened. I know that listening makes it much better. And working with our body and trying to really listen is part of that. Maybe you already know that the foundation of restoring your wellness is in eating the right foods in their wholesome state and at their peak nutrition point, which means the food is in season and has not been sprayed by chemicals or other processing done to it. This is the foundation, eating foods in season. Then the herbal supplements that you take are targeted just to rebuilding the areas that need the rebuilding. Those materials are put perfectly in place where they're needed. By taking in the best quality of material, we call it temple quality, and then ensuring that those foods are taken in each day, then the daily maintenance is done. This concept's easy to understand when you talk about building a house or maybe finishing a hobby project that you've done many times. You know exactly what materials are needed for that project. Well, as you begin to work with your body and truly listen to your body using self-muscle testing, you'll understand that your body knows exactly what materials are needed for each project and each rebuild. And you will make very rapid progress at truly being well. That's because self-muscle testing and listening to our body helps in this process. We strive to understand the exact challenge you're facing. You find the underlying cause by using self-muscle testing to identify what the challenge is. You can ask if the cause is physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. And then we can help you identify and clear the cause in all 4 areas. You can ask if there are blocks to clear, and then you can determine the exact support that's needed. You'll notice in our logo, the circle at the center has 4 colors, and these symbolize heart, mind, body, and spirit. We bring skills to help you clear the blocks and repair the damage in each of those areas of heart, mind, body, and spirit. You are spiritual and have endless capacity, and we do not ignore that, but rather we support your eternal capacity. You have emotions, and they're needed and real. We support you in your emotional health. Your beliefs are important, and you can identify when a stuck belief is limiting your ability to achieve wholeness. Your body is more healthy and able to do everything you need by being whole in every way. As you've already learned, pain is a signal. Pain helps you know what materials are needed, and as soon as you provide enough material, the pain stops. And by checking often and providing more material as needed, your body is able to rapidly rebuild without needing to signal you with pain. As an example, when I fell 20 feet and broke 9 bones all at once, I provided all the materials needed to help my body rebuild those bones. and I was pain-free as long as I provided the material. If I was a little slow about providing material sometimes, then the body would start signaling with pain, and I would get busy providing more calcium or more Mullein tea or more complete tissue and bone or greens, and the pain would go away. Knowing self-muscle testing so your body is able to communicate what materials are needed is very helpful when there is a significant need like broken bones or kidney stones or something else that's very acute at that moment. In the past 20 years, I have been pleasantly surprised at the amazing capacity designed into us to rebuild to good health. In 1996, I had a neighbor who had suffered a shrapnel injury 15 years prior that had paralyzed or partially paralyzed his left leg. And then a car accident 3 years before I knew him that partially paralyzed his left arm. Well, by identifying the right materials, he rebuilt completely the paralysis in just 5 weeks. And the more recent one, the arm, was really rebuilt in just 1 week of providing all the materials in food and herbs. In myself, 13 years of intense hunger from low blood sugar with a pancreas that was not functioning properly to store glycogen or to produce glycogen. And in 6 weeks, pretty much better. In 1998, 8 years of knee pain were rebuilt to perfect in 5 weeks. For Winona, a thyroid that had been low functioning for years and years and many, many problems with it. That's a topic for a different video. But it was rebuilt over years with now completely rebuilt. It's amazing how our life is simpler with herbs as long as we know how to listen to our body. I hope you can catch the vision of what is possible with even a limited understanding of how the body works and a limited understanding of the herbs that help the body rebuild. You can regain your entire wellness. You can continue learning something new every week and build the skills and knowledge and be well for the rest of your life. And at the Wholesome Life, we will help you on this journey.